to get it all. She got lips as smooth as silk, angelic cries in time. Conversations, calculation, all that just flirtation. She's scared like velvet snow. She's sweet like tea outside. Honey, honey got me now. She got the money now. Honey got me now. She got the money now. Honey said, don't be afraid with a sticky grin. You know I'm gonna take you to a place you've never been. Her sexy prowess paved the way down the amorous road.
Down the amorous road.
Was something new, a love I've never known. She's scared like velvet snow. She's sweet like tea outside.
Hey, everybody, we're getting started soon. Honey.
She got the honey now. Honey got me now. She got the honey now.
What the? All these new dance moves. Where are they coming from? I don't even know. Freaking rock and roll, man. Da 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 da. Hey, Brian. Hey, Julia. Hey, Jared. Dan, the dancing machine. That's what Julia says. Sprinkler. Al Hutchins says sprinkler. You did the sprinkler earlier.
How does that go?
Yeah, something like that.
That's my sprinkler.
That's his sprinkler. You're listening to Nathan Bryce, their latest release, Honey Mouth. Boy, I don't like that at all. Are you playing air guitar? Gonna get started real soon. Share this on your page. Share everybody. Share it. Tell everybody about it.
If you have a shitty attitude, please log off. Thank you very much for joining us. We loved having you. If you got a shitty attitude, please leave. Please.
If you don't like
Seriously,
humor,
please leave.
if you don't like humor, please go away now. If you don't like humor, this is our disclaimer. There's going to be humor. There's going to be satire. There's going to be, what else is there going to be? That if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out. What are we talking about here?
There's just going to be stuff that pieces of shit can't handle. And if you're a piece of shit with a shitty attitude, please log off now. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Now is the time for you to leave. Please get rid of this gigantic blue badge in the middle.
Boom, there it is.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I can't deal with that
Welcome.
because I am such a narcissistic, arrogant pig that
you need to be seen.
I want it my
all the
way
time.
or no way. Otherwise, it's the highway, baby.
Don't we know that?
Oh, my
That
God.
wasn't funny at all.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, you scared me. Oh my God. Said the pot to the kettle. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Hey, Shell says, Corrine says, fuck you, Dan.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Mhm.
Anyway, how is it going, man? It feels like it's been so long.
Did we do a show last week? Because it feels like we haven't done one in a few weeks.
Said the pot to the kettle. No shit, right?
Oh, that's better. I'm always so worried about my hair. Who's the narcissist? I'm always worried about my hair. That's not really narcissistic.
I'm totally a horrible, abusive narcissist.
Oh, look at that.
If you haven't heard that on the streets yet, you will. That's what I am, I guess. Anyway,
That's what we hear in the last couple of days anyway.
Justice for Ronald. Is that a Ronald McDonald joke?
Because of
Jared?
our logo color. Our logo color change.
You know, why can't you just have fun with this, Jared? Why can't you just be like, hey, you guys had fun, man. That was so fun.
I think that's what he was doing. Is having fun with us.
Okay. I'm touchy tonight. Be
You
careful.
are. He's been touchy all day.
No, you have been
Oh.
completely abrasive and
have
aggressive
I?
today. Yes.
Really?
I almost called some kind of service on you today.
I've been abrasive and aggressive.
I don't know if there's one available
I worked
for
my ass
how you
off.
acted to me today.
Really?
It's ridiculous.
Oh.
This one over here.
I gotta stop drinking that. That's disgusting.
You guys totally believe me, don't you? That she's just absolutely a terrible human being. Daniel, just breathe. Just breathe. Oh my gosh, I can see Shell's face right now. Daniel, just breathe.
She probably believes you because when I've gotten stinky drunk, I've gotten asshole-ish, but I wasn't drunk today. So
No, it's not believable. You're an amazing wife and an amazing woman. Shell has actually tried to talk me out of a gravel pile. So kudos to
that's true.
Shell. Because that's where I thought I belonged
Yeah.
that night.
Oh, is that what you were doing? Was that where you belonged?
No, not belonged because I did anything bad. Just because that's where I wanted to go to sleep is inside of a gravel pile.
Because you didn't want to be near me anymore.
And Shell was just like, she was giving me that same, Daniel,
Just
come
breathe.
on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Jared says, I'm having fun with you, dicks.
She's the sweetest ever.
If I wasn't, I would have done your logo free of charge.
I'm having fun with you, dicks.
I love that. That's fucking funny. All right. How'd you like that Nathan Bryce stuff? That's brand new stuff. Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
Isn't there a cool story behind that song? Or at least our part of that song?
Why do I always have to tell the stories,
Because
Tara? Why
you're-
don't you tell the story once in a
See,
while?
who's being abrasive today? Who?
I don't know where to look.
Who?
So we're
Who?
going down here and looking up there.
This is when people.
I know where to
You know,
look.
this is the camera, and this is the.
Yeah. So
this is
for
the
those of
camera.
you who there's a lot of pieces to put together here, and you would have to be someone that's been around for a long, long time and watched absolutely everything, which, you know, I can completely understand. If you don't, that's fine. There's a lot of stuff going out there. But Jared says if she tells a story, you'll just interrupt.
You just wait. We
We
have a new segment, Jared.
Tara has a new segment.
I have a new segment.
Anyway, so anyway, quite a while ago, way before all of this COVID stuff hit, we actually did a half a dozen shows that were live interviews.
Mhm.
And that's just exactly what they were. We just kind of sat down and we did some of our interviews that were based off of the original podcast concept. And we went live with cameras, and Tom Hembry was involved, and
Amy O was our bartender.
Amy O was here. And, you know, I don't know if some of you remember, we did a few of those interviews. We did them live.
Mhm.
Well, I didn't get a chance to go back and look today yet because I've been very, very busy. But we did an interview with Nathan Bryce. And while we were talking to Nathan Bryce live, I can't remember how it came about.
I can't remember because I was going to listen to the episode today.
I know
but
that he
didn't.
was not drinking
Right.
because he's got actually a phenomenally great story about why he doesn't drink anymore. And it's just very inspiring and very awesome.
April-
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm going to keep drinking, but Nathan, I just know that it wasn't because of anything like he was drinking, but there was drinks served because Amy was here.
Mm-hmm.
And she was serving something that involved some honey and some sugar and she had put together some kind of concoction like Amy always does. And somehow something got brought up about being a honey mouth.
Yeah.
Because of those drinks.
Yeah,
Drinking,
like,
but there was
hang
drinks
on,
served.
Hang on. Go ahead.
And so there was this big joke that erupted.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'd almost have to go back and watch it, and which I might do this week, just in lieu of the fact that Nathan Bryce just released a music video today of an original song. Yay!
Yay!
Better calm down, Dan. Don't piss the entire town off in the first 3 minutes.
What? When have you ever stopped?
But thank God
Oh,
for the original artists out there. Anyway, and the name of the song is Honey Mouth. And that we talked actually that night during the eruption. I think Nathan actually said something like that would be a great song.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, ha, 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 that would be a great song. Hee, 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 Honey Mouth, ha, 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 great song. Well, anyway, he just put out a music video today, and the name of the song is Honey Mouth, and it came from that night.
And it features Mr. Jeff Whittingham, and he was
Jeff's in the video.
It's dedicated to his memory at the very end, and there's some fun little outtakes at the very end and stuff. So I would recommend anybody. It's on YouTube, so you can search Nathan Bryce Honey Mouth and you'll find it.
Yeah, dude, Honey Mouth. It totally happened during that interview.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And he actually commented and said and tagged us and said, "Hey, remember this?" And I was like, "Oh my God, yes!" So we're making it.
Yes, it totally happened.
And it was from April 28th of 2019. We did the live video right here in the studio. And the live video is available to see on our website, unsungdreamers.com. But also the recorded interview is number 37. If you go to the podcast app or anywhere you get your podcasts, it's Unsung Dreamers episode number 37.
The interviews are great, Brian. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Speaking of Brian.
Speaking of Brian, check this out. Listen, when you're
right there,
when you're lifting weights, you got to chalk up.
Okay.
All right, let's chalk up. Speaking of lifting weights, how about you lifting weights this week?
How about me? I deadlifted like 209 last week.
Nice work.
Yeah,
did you chalk up?
I did. I chalked up, and I thought of Greg Hahn when I did that. I got chalked.
Yes, check it out.
I needed my weight belt. Yeah, I deadlifted 209, and I cleaned 140 or something like that.
Cleaned?
Look at this. Yeah.
Nice work.
I didn't jerk, but I cleaned. I think I cleaned.
Whatever that means.
Clean is when you do that, and then jerk is when you jerk it up. So I did that.
So we have a couple of funny stories about this right here. Because there's another one, okay?
Is that the
Hold on.
Wait, that's the different. No, it's that one.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing, Tara.
Sometimes he does.
Well, this one here, we got this one. This is a lemon.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lemon wine.
Mm-hmm.
This one here is lemon, lime,
strawberry,
and cranberry. No, strawberry. Yes, lemon, lime, and strawberry wine. Have you guys ever heard Jeff Buckley? No, that's lilac wine. Never mind. Who does strawberry wine?
Dina Carter.
Dude, that's not what I'm thinking of.
Well, strawberry wine, 17.
That right there is a lot more famous than what I was thinking of. But I think there's a different song that's way more obscure that no one cares about, which is usually the shit that I love, where somebody else wrote a song about strawberry wine. Yep. But anyway, Jeff Buckley's was lilac wine.
Al Hutchins says Strawberry Hill. I found my thrill.
That's blueberry, idiot. On Strawberry Hill. What
Sorry.
the hell are you?
Sorry.
See, you're over here giggling at me. God just punished you.
Oh, really?
Made you look
Is
bad.
that how it goes?
Yeah, you don't mess with me because God takes care of my battles.
Does he? Okay.
No, I'm just joking about that. Anyway, so there's a couple of funny stories. First of all, let's go back to the lemon.
Yeah,
Okay?
this is a funny one.
So do you guys remember, some of you were there, some of you weren't. Maybe you heard about it, maybe you didn't. But Julie Cobb says she loved the song
That's
Lilac
right.
Wine.
It's
Lilac Wine by Jeff Buckley
It's
is
fantastic.
absolutely amazing. If you happen to be one of those that do not have a Valentine's Day date this year, just lay in bed and drink something,
Some kind of wine.
and play Jeff Buckley's Lilac Wine on repeat.
Yeah.
And it'll get you through the night. So anyway, so if you remember a few months ago, there was this thing called Janky Fest.
Yeah.
In Springfield. It is like the celebration of Shane Jennings' birthday. And I think it was year number 3 this year.
Yeah.
So I got asked to be a part of it and to completely go into full character of what I used to be when I used to get on stage with Machine Gun. So I was going to do like the full thing, right? And I'm just going to come out and do Heaven's Door with Thrill Fall, who was the headliner of Janky Fest.
Mm-hmm. Do you want
Okay.
my glasses or these?
So I do that. No, I do that.
Uh-oh, he's going to sneeze. Oh, boy. Please turn and away from the camera and maybe cover your mouth.
No, I'm gonna
Oh,
sneeze.
please.
I'm gonna sneeze on you.
Please, God, no. Not with that schnoz.
Hold on.
Please.
All right. It's gone.
Did it go away? All right.
So anyway,
Good grief.
here's what we think. We actually still don't know this for sure, but in order to dress up like the character I played in Machine Gun Symphony, I have to bring like a full bag that has like lots and lots of stuff in it. So it's got all these jewelry and scarves and all my shit, right? So I go up to this thing and, you know, we were hanging out up there. Anyway, we were going to go to the show. Anyway, hashtag not with that schnoz.
That's right.
And so I do the thing, right? So then we come home from that show. I lug my big bag full of crap. And so we're home. So fast forward like a week or so. And like, okay, we got to get in that bag and whatever, get that stuff washed because, you know, we didn't pay too much attention to it at first. So we're going through the bag and we pull out one of these.
And I'm like,
And it's lemon wine, and the label is, you can kind of tell it's homemade.
hold it up closer. Maybe people can see a little bit better.
And so Tara comes to me and she's like, where did we get this wine? And I said, I have no idea. And she said, well, it was in your bag. And I was like, that doesn't mean I have an idea. I have no idea why I have that. And we just, for the life of us, couldn't figure out where the hell it came from.
We had no recollection of receiving it, but we didn't know if it was just, we didn't remember.
And there's always a chance that I steal it, because if I'm backstage, and I see something I like, I will take it.
Oh,
okay.
Really?
Funny story about
That sounds
that.
like a rock
I'm
star.
gonna admit this in public. I've never admitted this in public.
Have you admitted it to me?
Yes, you know it.
Okay.
You know it. It just got me on. I got to thinking, and I was just like, this might have been backstage and meant for somebody else. And if I was backstage and I saw it and I liked it, I just took it and I stuck it in my bag and I brought it home. So we never had any idea where it came from, or
We drank it.
or who made it. Yeah. One night we were just like, hey, let's try that lemon wine. And we drank it and we loved it.
And we loved it.
But speaking of stealing things backstage, this is funny, because I could actually legitimately get in trouble for this, saying it publicly. Well, I don't know. I guess there's no way to really
Who
prove
cares anymore?
Okay, do you guys remember when there was the, I'm going to go on a side story here. Do you remember when there was the Route 66 festival that was out there on like where the underground, the Springfield Underground, and then like just up on top of that, just a little bit south of it, there was this huge festival there. Probably, gosh dang, that was probably 9 years ago or so. It was like a new idea. It was a brand new idea. The Route 66 Festival. The main headliner was who was the main headliner? Big country guy. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to help you remember this Route 66 Festival. It only happened 1 year. The intention that it was going to and so Doug Fuller said he would steal Ruppelmans, but not wine. Doug, my point is I would steal anything. I would steal anything just because it was fun or if it was something I want. So anyway, there's this
side note. Doug, we did a shot of Rumplemans with a friend recently this past week, and I remembered Grand Junction, Colorado, those Monday nights. Anyway, go on.
And yes, Jared, you are right, but I'm not going to put your comment up because I'm in the middle of my story.
Was it Tim McGraw? They're asking if it was Tim McGraw.
Oh, no, it was not Tim McGraw. It was
somebody that big.
It was close to as big as Tim McGraw.
Oh man, I remember, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember the dude was like $150,000 to get paid because I was very good friends with the guy who put the whole thing on.
Oh,
and so right towards the end, he was trying to save somebody's ass because somebody started the festival and they couldn't finish it. I think basically because they went to jail. So then he turned the entire festival over to another buddy of his, which happened to be a really good buddy of mine. And so he was trying to pull the whole thing together there at the end and try to do anything he possibly could because there was so many contracts already signed and so many big people already coming. And so he was in a panic trying to like fatten the thing up and make the thing work. So he approached me within the last couple of weeks of the actual event happening. And he said, would Machine Gun Symphony please play at this festival? And I'm like, yeah, man, sure. And he's like, well, how much do you need to get paid? And I was like, I really don't give a shit how much we need to get paid. I just want to help you out, bro. And he was like, all right, that's fine. That'd be great. And we still got some money, but I didn't really care about the money. That's not the point of the story. So we ended up doing one of the side stages of this Route 66 festival. And so we're like, okay, cool. So there's this little tent where we're supposed to, like, bands for the side stage, specifically bands for the side stage, we're supposed to kind of like get ready and everything else, right? So we go in there. We were already hammered drunk before we even arrived, okay? This was great. This was awesome. We were having a good time, right? So we go to this tent, and that's where we're supposed to kind of dress, the green room, right? Whatever it was. So it wasn't Charlie Daniels. It was, gosh dang, I'm not going to think of it. But it was somewhere around the 9 to 10 years ago kind of a deal out at right above the Springfield Underground.
Okay, go on.
So we go into the tent. We go into the tent and we're getting ready, and laying on the floor of the tent is a beautiful, brand new, wonderfully folded. It had just come from the printers, like a 5-foot by like 9-foot banner of the Mark Chapman Band. They left their banner in the tent, and they were supposed to be playing after us. And so I took it. Yeah, I took it. And I put it up under my jacket, and I ran it all the way back to my vehicle, and I stuffed it in my trunk, and then I went back to the tent, and then I got up on stage. And then when the Mark Chapman Band showed up, they're like, hey, our banner was here. Did anybody see it? And I was like,
no.
I didn't see it. Like, where was it? And I totally helped them look for it. They're like, it was right over here. And I was like, well, shit, let me look, man. And I'm picking up the sides of the tent, and I'm like taking people's bags. Like, man, bro, I don't see it. I don't know what happened to that thing.
Do you still have it?
I don't know if I still have it or not. I don't think I still have it. I don't know where it's
You hung
at
it
now.
up for a while.
No, I didn't.
I thought you did in your stairway.
No, not Mark Chapman.
No. Anyway, get back to this.
But I still, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That is a fucking hilarious story. I stole Mark Chapman's banner.
And I laughed.
And this is the first time it's been announced in public. And now I'm going to get a call. Because I get sticky fingers when I'm backstage. Hey, at the time, I thought it was, you should have saw me lugging that heavy ass vinyl banner. Like it was not Marshall Tucker. No, you should see me trying to run that heavy ass Mark Chapman banner all the way across the field to get to my car. Anyway, so Mark, if you're out there, I'm sorry. I'm the one that stole your banner. And I don't think I still have it anymore.
Sorry.
Okay, so back to the wine. So anyway, I stole something that looked like this at that Jenky. Apparently at that
we
Jenky
don't know.
Fest show.
We don't. It was in your bag.
I don't know if I stole it or not.
We don't remember.
But we drank it and we
there.
loved it. So then a few days ago, Brian Betancourt, right here, one of our faithful listeners
and patrons,
one of our screamers.
One of our screamers.
We call them now.
I don't know about that. We'll have to have a vote. We'll have to take a vote. But
anyway, he hits us up the other day and he's like, hey, I want to get you guys some of my wine that I make. And we're like, ew, we don't drink. We're Christian. I don't really appreciate you trying to give me alcoholic beverages, Brian.
Yeah, he says, I heard you talking about wine on the show.
And so then Brian messages back and he's like, yeah, but Jesus made wine out of water.
And he did too.
And I was like, oh, I guess that's true. Route 66 outside of Joplin. Okay. We heard that.
All right. Here's a story from Doug Fuller. Let's just put it up there. I haven't read it. Go
Scott
ahead.
Eastman and I played the Route 66 festival outside of Joplin. We heard that they were impossible to get paid from, but I marched straight to the guy trailer office after our set, marched straight into his office and stood there and insisted that he write the check right then. And I wouldn't leave until he did. We were the only regional band that got our money. You don't fuck with my money. I like that.
Nice work, Doug.
I like that.
The one
this was not the one outside of Joplin, though, and it might not even be associated with it. This only happened 1 year, and it never happened again. And to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure it was called Route 66 Festival. I think it was, but it was right out here by the Springfield Underground, and I will go get some ice.
There's some, I was going to say there's some in that bag, but that's probably gross. Yeah. All right. So yes, over ice. We have our awesome Screamer mugs that you can get one of yours too at unsungdreamers.com/shop. Or I figured we just use proper wine glasses for this because it's a special occasion. He didn't finish the story, but he's going to go get some ice. So I'm not going to finish the story because he's way better storyteller than me. So in the meantime, there he is. He's got ice. Glasses are right there. You need help? You need help? There you go. There you go. Aww.
All right, we have some ice now.
Sorry, we're reading comments. Sorry, we're reading comments. There's a lot of comments. So that's, oh my gosh, Christy, very good. Didn't Jesus turn water into wine? It's our Christian duty to accept his work.
That's what I was thinking. I have a whole story about that story in the Bible.
You didn't finish the story. How these
I stole Mark Chapman's banner. And so I'm running across
you finished that story.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So I'm talking to Brian Betancourt and he's like, I got some wine for you. And we're like, hey, yeah.
Yes, Shell, there are shirts at unsungdreamers.com/shop. Go ahead and check them out.
She knows that already. She's probably asking about something else.
No, she's asking for me to help me advertise.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I think so. Because she's Team Tara.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
She's Team Dan.
No, she and Kareen are Team Tara. Sorry. They wore shirts. I have the picture proof. Anyway, where are you going now? I yelled into the microphone. Sorry about that. That was disgusting.
All right. So anyway, let me.
Josh says he can turn wine into urine.
Hey, that's a miracle in and of itself.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing. So These bottles.
So we met up with Brian Betancourt today, and he brought us some of these bottles. And as soon as he hands it to me, I'm like, hey, I've had this already. And I don't think you gave it to me. I might have stole it.
Or it might have
Or maybe he gave it to me and I was just too incapacitated to remember.
Or it was just everybody's shit was back there behind the stage and somebody probably just threw it down and they looking for it later. I don't know. Something
and I
like
stole it.
Could have been. So we're going to pop the cork and we're going to do the lemon lime strawberry.
So this is some wine made by Brian Betancourt right here. This one since we already had the reason why I'm not opening the lemon is because Tara and I have already had that bottle.
And
I think you've heard the story.
I actually chilled it, Brian, before that other bottle. I was like, oh, this would be nice chilled. So I put it in the fridge and then we finished it a little bit chilled and it was yummy. Yes. And you know what you do? You're putting an N in his name too. You're saying Bentoncourt.
It is Betancourt.
It's Betancourt, but not Bentoncourt.
Well, I'm going to call him Bentoncourt.
Just like you say Marc LeBlanc.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Bentoncourt.
So fair enough.
I'm changing. That's just my special name for Brian.
Taking liberties with your name.
If he gets called Betancourt, he knows it's from me. Okay.
Or Al says, he's getting back at you for stealing it, and it's actually piss.
It could be. Here goes.
We'll see how it tastes.
This is piss with just a little bit of blood in it.
Oh my God.
Yummy, yummy, yummy. September of 2020. This is lime, strawberry, and lemon. Lemon, lime, strawberry.
All right.
Juan.
I love some Juan. We are going to try it. It's over ice. He suggests it over ice.
Josh, that would have been a little funnier if you wouldn't have said the word bad. If you would have said Scott Henry turns alcohol into decisions.
That's true. All right.
Actually, we were going to have Scott on the show this week, and he is not feeling good.
He's not sick. He's a sick boy.
So, and I'm actually being pretty serious.
Yeah.
He's real sick. So, if you're the praying type or the send good vibes type, you might want to do it Scott Henry's way because he has had a rough week.
Yes.
So, he had to cancel on us doing an interview this week, and we will get with him very shortly. And that will come out soon. So, anyway.
Smells good. Cheers.
Thank you, Brian Betancourt.
I likey.
That is.
I'm a sweet wine person, so yay. This makes me happy.
It has a little, and I mean everything coming out of my mouth is a compliment.
Yeah. It has a what?
I've just never had wine that tastes like this.
Yeah, me neither.
It's like Spree.
Like the Spree candy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of tastes a little like Spree.
In a good way.
Man, alcoholic Spree. Can you get any better than that?
I'm so happy right now. Christy says there needs to be lemon, lime, strawberry wine popsicles.
Oh boy.
We can do that.
Anyway, this is fantastic, Brian.
Yes,
Thank
very
you.
good. We're gonna partake this evening. I'm not gonna drink anything else tonight. I don't have any other sippies. It's all you, bruh. The flavor sounds good. I don't drink anymore because I'm like a giant fucking 6-year-old after I've had a few. That's what Doug says. Yeah, I've seen you act like a 6-year-old before. That's all right. So do I.
It's a giant fucking 6-year-old.
That's the way it was typed. Yes. Yes.
If you'd leave it up there for a second, Marlins, other people can read it. Oh my God.
And Brian says it may have been Scott's wine that we ended up with. It could be. It could be.
I'm telling you.
It was.
I might have just totally saw it and been like, snag.
It was quite the fest that night. It was also Richie Allen's 50th, close to Richie Allen. So we were celebrating his too. So it was like a big, giant party fest that night. Everybody was drinking and having a good time and everything. So who knows how we ended up with it. I'm surprised we don't have other things that didn't belong to us in our bag. There's no telling. Maybe some people ended up with some of our stuff. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know where he's going. I don't know what he's doing, but that's okay. I'm going to partake in some wine. So tell us how you did you have a good week? Did you have a good week? 'Cause we did. We had a good week. It's only Thursday. Week's not over, but yeah, it was a good week. Oh,
Yeah. So anyway,
okay. Stephanie Cagel's asking if it was 2011 because she found the lineup.
it's 2011 sounds very familiar. Yes.
That's 10 years ago. So
Yeah, it was around 10 years ago.
who was that major headliner? Yes, Brian, Janky Fest was fucking awesome. It was.
The headliner was a dude.
Yes, and it's right here on the tip of
But
my
it's,
tongue.
it's like Clint Black or
Right.
like some kind of dude that's kind of more straight up. He's not quite as.
And it was, oh man, I know it was somebody pretty darn big.
I know he was very expensive. I actually knew the number, but I can't quite remember it. But I'm decently sure it was over $100,000, and he didn't even bring a PA or anything.
Yeah.
Which is not the point. Those guys make good money. I'm not trying to say that as dogging on that guy at all, whoever it was. But I do know, what I do know is that
What do you know?
I know that I know what's his name played there.
I don't know who what's his name is.
The guy whose banner I stole.
Oh, Mark Chapman.
I know Mark Chapman was there. He just didn't have a banner.
I don't think they were really spending the time to. You see this? Indicator of he's drank too much.
Tonight?
That's
No,
not
he said
tonight.
he doesn't drink anymore.
But that's an indicator.
Oh, that's an indicator.
Would you care if I showed that, Doug, or you want me to keep that private? Because he sent it here, so I'll keep it private anyway.
Trace
Trace
Adkins.
Adkins.
He
Oh,
might have been
man.
there. He might. I still think there was someone bigger than that there.
Shell can't type tonight. She's got like stumbling across her keyboard all the time.
Because I actually recognized the guy, and I'm not a big country music guy, and I do know who Trace Atkins is. Little Big Town, no, it was a guy.
No,
like,
it was a guy. Little
like
Big Town
Clint
wasn't a
Black
thing.
or
It wasn't Dirks Bentley. It was someone.
No.
It was someone bigger than Dirks, but not quite Tim McGraw.
I would recognize it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
it
too.
wasn't Tim McGraw. It might have been Tim McGraw.
Okay, Doug says it was a few years ago. So
That's when he had a few
that's
too
when
many.
that's when he had.
It's not a bad picture.
No.
He actually looks good.
It's not.
Anyway, moving on.
We'll figure it out. Stephanie will post that lineup or something, and we'll. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. Where are we moving on to, love?
Who I'm thinking of was not Crazy Town. I'm thinking of a singular guy's name. And he was the headline. And actually it got rained out. I don't know if he even ever played, but he still got paid.
Yeah, and
Because it rained right towards the very end. A decent sized storm came in.
like I said,
Here's Doug when he's had a few too much
here's
to drink.
Doug, here's the indication that Doug Fuller has had a little too much to drink. He said I could post it. So he said that's a few years ago. He doesn't drink anymore. Anyway, yeah, you should dress up as Gene Simmons.
No
That's all
wonder
I'm
he
saying.
likes Kiss.
I know.
Look at that big old tongue of his.
Anywho. Oh my God. No, Crazy Town. Tim was Sun. Trace was Saturday. Tim was Sunday. Well, maybe it was him.
Tim McGraw. I think it was Tim McGraw.
Maybe it was Tim McGraw because I remember wondering how the hell they got Tim McGraw to be there.
Saturday and Sunday. It was like a
All
weekend.
right.
It was like a couple days.
Yeah.
I think it was Tim McGraw that I'm thinking of.
Okay. Well, all right. Oh.
So anyway, so that's that. So anyway, what did she got? She got the breakdown over there.
She's got a little bit of a breakdown. The Joe Nichols, Kelly Pickler was kind of a lot of big names.
No,
here.
it was huge, dude. It was huge, but it was
Whoops.
only 1 year because it went bankrupt. It was upside down before it even started, and then it got rained out.
One Republic, really? Damn. Joe Nichols, Tim McGraw, yeah.
Tim McGraw, that's who it was.
It had to be because that's the biggest name on this list. So it had to be that's who you were thinking of.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So we got that figured out. It was freaking Tim McGraw. Thanks, Stephanie. And-
Doug wants to know if we've ever done this show drunk. The bigger question is, have we ever done this show sober?
Sober. That is the bigger question.
No, we have.
That is the bigger question.
We've gotten drunker at times than other times, but we try not to get super crazy.
Right.
The gin kind of hit me a little bit last week.
Yeah.
Just right towards the end, I started getting a little slow when I was talking about, which this reminds me because we've had our fans request that you give your list this week. Because last week, towards the end of the show, I was talking about how much I love Alison Krauss and how much I love all these women I was going to leave Tara for.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? And then everyone was like, next week, Tara's list.
Oh, man, you're right. Holy crap. And you, well, what's funny is my fitness trainer was asking me, like, she's like, I caught part of that show, and it kind of felt like Dan was talking about like the women that he doesn't think are pretty or something like this. And I was just like, she's like, what does that have to do with you? What does that make?
What's that say about
What's that say about you? And I'm just like, no, that's not what he was saying. But maybe you were. I don't remember.
What are you talking about? She was saying something completely different.
I know. But anyway, sorry.
She was suggesting that all the women that I think are totally awesome are not that attractive.
So what's that say about
me?
So
what's that say about you?
Yeah.
Well, it says that you're not very attractive.
I know, apparently. Wait, what is it?
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
There you go. Get your shit out. Get your shit
Whatever.
out. So of my list, of course, Christy, you're right. Look at that. Dave Grohl, duh. Yes, of course. Of course, Dave Grohl. Absolutely. Yep.
I gave detail last week.
Stephanie and Shell, I think, have sent me the lineup for that show we were talking about. We talked about it. Yes, you are all correct. It was Tim McGraw. But there was a heck of a lineup other than that, too. Was that a knock at the door?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Anywho, Tom Hembry says, are there any prizes given away tonight?
I could come up with some. Maybe.
We get prizes. We got wine. Free wine from Mr. Brian. And it was fantastic.
So Dave Grohl, that's all you're going to say, and then we're going to move on. I mean, we got other things to talk about if that's all you're going to say.
But I'm going to go with Shell.
I gave a list and I gave details and reasons.
I know. And Shell says there already is an episode that had lists.
Yes, but remember those lists were, yes, that's true. That is true. That is true.
Want to do it again?
No, I just, there was a couple people last week that were just like, getting sick of my shit. And so they were just like, next week, Tara needs to talk about her guys.
Yeah, because it was all about Dan last week.
But one thing fun about the list that we did several months ago was that we included a local.
Oh, that's right.
That was awesome.
That was funny because none of you knew our locals.
Well, they probably did.
Well, they didn't say it.
Well, no one knew yours. Yours was really a mystery.
Mm-hmm. Dan updated his and laminated it. His list. All right.
Prizes. They're still asking about prizes. So anyway,
Larry Bud Millman. Remember that guy?
No.
You don't remember Larry Bud Mellman?
No.
Hello, I'm Larry Bud Mellman.
No.
Oh my gosh. All right. Fine. Al Hutchins says Christina Ricci.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, yes, you do.
Do I?
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Al Hutchins, I'm going to punch you in the throat.
Oh my gosh. Al, you're just trying to get me worked up. You're being a real Tom Hembry tonight.
How can you deal with her voice? I'm sorry. I don't care how cool someone is or how cute someone is or what you think or what they think. When someone talks like this, I don't know how you can deal with them. God. Sorry.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry.
All right. Anyway, so let's move on. So check it out.
That's not the new segment, by the way.
No, yeah. I didn't say anything about a new segment. I said the next segment. I didn't say anything.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, I don't know what your problem is. See, this is why I want to leave her. It wasn't Fran. She wasn't making fun of Fran.
Oh no, that wasn't Fran.
It did sound a little Franny, and and Stephanie do not approve of you dogging
nasally
on Fran, because Fran might actually be on my list.
I can deal with Fran better than I can do. Okay, let me take it back. Let me try again. That was my imitation of AOC, and I'll do better. It was like this and talking like a little baby. And how can you hear? Is that better? Is that what she talks about? And then I'm going to say that the grass is purple and the sky is gray. I'm sorry. I just, when you talk like that, I can't hear what you're actually saying. So slow it down.
Fran was a little different.
Give yourself,
Fran was a little more like.
Fran went, oh my God. There's Fran. That's what we're talking about. So that's better. That's actually better than baby talk. I don't like baby talk because it's, how can I take you seriously when you're talking like a little baby? And you're a fucking congresswoman? Bring it down a notch, AOC, and I'll listen to you.
You know what that makes you?
What does that make
That
me?
makes you a Trumper.
According to some people,
you have one negative thing to say against the Democrat.
I know. I must be a Trumper.
You are a Trumper. There is no place for you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. You are the weakest thing.
Anyway, Jesus Lord.
Oh, I just remembered. I was trying to think of the goddamn guy's name. Oh, Mr. Sheffield. That was his name. Mr. Sheffield. Oh my God. Sorry. I just had to find him. It was there somewhere. It just came back to me. Sorry. I could do that all night.
Hey, as long as we don't get
Patricia Heaton. Doug means Patricia. Wait, there you go. Patricia Heaton. That's right. That's been his crush for a long time. Do you know who that is?
No, I don't.
Patricia Heaton played.
Not by name.
You don't know her?
Not by name.
But not by name. She was the wife of Ray on Everybody Loves Raymond. Wasn't it? Yeah. That's who it was.
I don't think I ever watched that show.
You never watched that show?
I think I know who you're talking about, though.
But yeah. I don't know who Alexa Bliss is. Is this your neighbor, Al, or something? Because I don't know that name. I probably should Google that. Still better than the Bobcat guy.
I don't know.
Oh, Bobcat Goldthwait? I got to think about that one in a minute. I have one of those too. Alexa is a wrestler. Of course. Right. I should know this. I can't do Bobcat. I have to hear him.
Bobcat's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't get kicked off Facebook, you should do the little duck.
Which duck?
The duck. The little bitty cute duck.
It's the little bitty cute duck. Can you write me down a note? What the hell?
That sings.
Oh, okay. Ready for this?
We might get kicked off.
Really? Because it might be considered bullying.
Yes, it might. But let's take a stab at it. If we get put in Facebook jail, we get put in Facebook jail.
I gotta stand up for this. Or no, I don't have to stand up. Ready? I'm gonna whoop somebody's ass. I'm gonna whoop somebody's ass. I don't know the rest of it. I don't know. It's like. Wait a minute. It's I'm about to whoop somebody's ass. That's where it is. I'm about to whoop somebody's ass. Oh my God. I don't know what this is. I guess I'm looking.
Holy crapola.
Oh, I love making voices. They're super fun. The Goofy Trump daughter. Yeah, see? If I make one thing about the Goofy Trump daughter, then I can
balance.
Yeah,
we can algebraically
balance. But I don't know.
We don't have any good impressions of the Goofy Trump daughter.
No. I can just I don't know. I need straight perfect which Goofy? I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out.
You could try to do Huckabee.
Huckabee.
Isn't that her name? Huckabee? The old press secretary. If you could get one of your eyes to
oh my God, Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Be way bigger than the other one.
I could.
See, we'll make fun of them all. Don't call us a Trumper. Anyway, dear
But
Lord.
she was always so serious, and she just wouldn't take any shit, and she's going to go into the next. I can't do her very well.
So one thing
at
we're
all.
going to mention a little bit on the show tonight, we actually already talked about it just a little bit on the Monday morning medication. Guys,
Do you know about
we
that?
are doing the Monday morning medications now, which is just a shorter half-hour show on Monday mornings to kind of help you get your week started and give you that medicine you need to kind of get rid of your shitty attitude about the fact that it's Monday and how much you hate it.
That's right.
So we've called it the Monday morning meditation. And I get that.
Medication, not meditation.
Meditation is what I was going to say. Like, it sounds like it should be meditation, but, you know, F a bunch of that. It's medication because we just come off the weekend and we just need a little bit of medication on Monday morning. So on Monday morning medication, we talked a little bit about this, but I also made a promise that I would talk about it on the live Thursday night show, which is that we experienced a real life hashtag Justice for Cuddles story last Sunday night.
Yes, we did.
Okay, so a certain member of the is that a picture?
Yes, it is.
A certain member of the Dirty Saints gave us a text on Saturday and said, "Hey, yo, I bought a cow and I have like 685 pounds and my house is completely full. My deep freeze is full and my regular refrigerator freezer is full. And if you guys want some, you can have it. Come on out and get it."
We're like, what?
So I'm like, what the hell? What's 685 pounds? Is that a whole cow? Is that a half cow? He's like, it's just a half. And I was like, okay, well, sweet. So we went out Sunday to Jeff Ward's house out in Willard, and we picked up a bunch of meat. We got a hold of Jeff Ward's meat. So anyway,
Let that sink in.
What?
That's funny in so many ways. I said, let that sink in.
So anyway, thank you, Doug Fuller. I like my hat. I got this for Christmas from my 12-year-old son. Anyway, so yeah, we go out there and he pulls this box out, slaps it down on the damn dining room table and starts throwing this great shit at steaks and roast. And he gave us like 3 bags of soup bones. He's like, "Oh, your dogs will love these," because they just, and I love making broth. So I love having the soup bones anyway. And the dogs can chew on them and, blah, 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 blah. But big ass, like roast and steaks.
T-bones are like this big.
Yeah. So he fills this box up. I actually almost struggle carrying the damn thing out to my car. So we drive home and I'm like, we got to figure out what the hell, how much fucking of Jeff's meat did we just get?
We just got his meat.
We just got a shit ton of his meat.
Took home his meat.
And so, so we got the scale out of the bathroom and we put it up on our kitchen island and we put this box of Jeff's meat up on the scale. He gave us 31 pounds of, look at this. Tara's got a picture. Look at all shit.
31 pounds.
Yeah, we had some ground meat and those big ones are roasts. And then the one right by my hand there, those were like some like steak tips type of thing.
Yep.
Oh man, so much cool stuff. And so Cuddles, he just bought Cuddles some more time.
That's right. This is a little bit
because
of a justice
this should
for
last
Cuddles.
us. This should last us for a little while.
Yeah.
Before we got to go slaughter
But
Cuddles.
when I told some people about this, they were also like, but some other Cuddles lost their life. Well, it wasn't our Cuddles. It wasn't our Cuddles.
And its name wasn't Cuddles. This is the point of my whole story, is that we're going to name our cow Cuddles so that we can feel close to it. This cow was probably named like Steve or something.
Stephanie Cagle says best meat ever.
Best meat ever. Jeff's meat is the best meat ever.
Justice for Ronald, Jared says again.
Put Joshua Poole's comment up there. Jeff Ward spreading his meat all over town. Sounds about right.
I'm gonna cry.
Jeff Ward throwing and spreading his meat all over town.
Oh, how about Al Hutchins says
sounds about right.
Dan Fritz and the Cowboy T-Bone. Funny story. Doug will say this. My little nickname that he gave me was T-Bone. So there you go. Dan Fritz and his cowboy T-Bone. He used to call me T-Bone all the time.
Did he?
Yes, he did. How freaking funny.
Jared says, I know what 31 pounds of meat looks like.
Oh my God. I want to hear that story someday, Jared, because I got a picture in my mind of what it means to you. So I'm just saying. Oh my God.
We are off the rails and we haven't even started.
We have two. We're like freaking an hour in, bro.
Oh, we are?
Mhm.
Hey, so I was at this festival one time and I stole Mark Chapman's banner from backstage.
Hey, you already said that.
I did?
That's the third time you've tried to start that story.
Oh, sorry.
See, Doug says, T-Bone. That's right. That's right. My little nickname.
Hey, Doug, while you're on the horn, I got something I need to tell you.
Uh-oh.
In my office right now, hold on. I've got props for this story.
Oh, really? Oh boy. Props are always good, especially for video. This is so fun. So much fun. Jared says, let's just say there was enough for everybody. Oh my God. Sounds delightful. Let me just ask this, Jared. Would I have liked to have been there too? Just wondering. Dan's getting a prop for this story. Okay. Oh my.
Oh,
Don't me. Is it a trophy?
Okay, Doug, are you still on the horn?
Al's asking if it's a trophy.
No, it's not a trophy this week. But it's still laying here. I haven't put it back away.
Still basking in it. Yeah. No, you're right, Tom. This has it ever been a child-friendly podcast? No.
No, Tom's saying that he's a child, and he's like, I'm gonna log off.
I'm gonna log off because I don't
You
like
guys-
you guys are being gross.
Jesus didn't turn water into wine. It was grape juice.
So while you were gone, before you get on your story, I said to Jared, because he said, let's just say that there was enough for everybody when he said 30. I know what 30 pounds of meat looks like.
Yeah.
And I said, well, would I have liked it too? He goes, yes, but nobody else would have. Then exactly what I'm thinking in my mind is probably what happened. And sounds
Okay, Doug is here.
awesome.
Doug,
All right.
I'm going to do this public. This is going to be the last time we deal with this situation, okay? Because Tara is embarrassed and she is too afraid to ask for your address because it makes her look like, it just reminds her of how much she has failed you as a friend over the last 7 years
it's
now.
Probably more than
So
that.
what I want to happen right here on this show live in front of everybody, I want to show you that I've got the goods. All right. I've got the goods, my friend. They're right here. You need to go into private message right now and let Tara know what your address is. And I will make her mail these to you.
Tomorrow.
I will take her to the post office on a leash. Tara and I have this leash that we use sometimes. Okay. All right. I'll use my leash and I will drag her to the post office and we will mail you these CDs because you've been waiting on them patiently for 7 years.
It's more than 7, but yes.
Yeah, probably 15 years.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But just so you know, they really do
They
exist.
do exist.
They really are in my hands right here. You get 3 colors. You get them all right there.
He's been asking for these.
But she's
for
been
so
too
long.
afraid to ask you for your address because it embarrasses her that she's made you wait so long.
They've been in storage for like 4 years, and we just dug out our storage.
And we've
about
told
2
all of
months
you
ago.
listeners, we've been going through storage lately. So
We found them.
we came across them and found them again, and they are headed your way. Send Tara your address.
I even tried to Google you, and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, she was trying to find your address secretly, so
I
it would.
wanted it to be like a crazy surprise.
So it would be a surprise. And she's like, I feel weird to ask for his address now because I feel so dumb. I was like, I don't care. We're going to find out what his address is. There's your Ragbone CDs right there. And they are going to be on your way soon.
Write us at unsungdreamers@gmail.com if you want to know what the fuck a ragbone is, and I'll talk to you there. But right now we're gonna maybe move on. I don't know. So I wanted to show what Stephanie sent. Stephanie sent us a picture of her Trumpy bear.
Oh, look at Trumpy.
Look at her little Trumpy bear. Aw.
Stephanie, you must be a Trumper.
You must be a Trumper. Oh my God.
Anyway,
This is a non-denominational. Wait.
that's religion. This is
non.
we are not
politicalization.
affiliated with any political
No.
party, except what was the party I made up a couple months
You
ago?
did. Oh my God, you made up a party, and
It was the-
perfect.
I'm sure Jared would probably remember.
He would. He remembers everything.
I was starting the party of algebra. It was the
That's
party of
it.
algebra,
That's it.
wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I'm on the algebraic party. So anyway,
Yes.
if you want some jokes about AOC, we'll give you some jokes about who did we just make fun of?
Fran?
No.
No.
A Republican, or we
oh,
tried to.
We tried to, like the Trump daughter or something.
No, we were like, there's nothing to make fun of her about. And then
Sanders.
oh yeah,
Huckabee Sanders. So Dan says, "Thank you, Dan. I can count on
he
you."
can count on me. That's right. That's right.
Although he hasn't sent
You're
a t-shirt
welcome,
that
Doug.
He promised to an old man about
You're
I don't know,
you're
3
gonna
weeks
send
ago.
that for me too tomorrow.
I know. I'm gonna send it. I haven't got an address, so
Let's
we'll
make
see.
a public. Let's make a public commitment that those CDs and that shirt are going out tomorrow.
Excuse me, I'm gonna die.
If Doug sends you the address, have you got it yet?
I haven't got it yet.
Then we're sending them tomorrow. Our F-bomb counter is at 68.
That's pretty
Thank
low.
you.
That's pretty low for 1 hour.
That's actually pretty low.
That's
I don't think
low.
we've said the F-bomb 68.
I don't fucking think so.
So anyway,
So back for a second when we talked about the Monday morning medication. I want to make it clear. I hope everybody understands that this is another free podcast that you can find in the podcast. It's not going to be video. It's not going to be a patron. It's just right there on your podcast app on Unsung Dreamers.
it's at the Unsung Dreamers.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So just check it out. Every freaking Monday we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Oh look! Stephanie Cagle says, "Yay, they will do it. My mug arrived like promised."
Yes.
Yes, you did.
You got that picture? Or did we already show that picture?
I showed it last week, but I'll show it again. There she is, right there with her
Yep.
mug
There's Stephanie Cagle's mug down in Florida.
in Florida.
Florida.
Oh, Mr. Sheffield, it's in Florida. Anyway, all right. Oh, looks like I might have Doug's address. Let's check it out. There it is. There it is.
All right. So
All
now
right.
there's no excuses.
No excuses.
You mail those tomorrow.
No excuses. It'll be on your way. It'll be on its way. I will not lie. I don't do a Trump worth of shit, so forget that. Man, there's some impressions I could fucking nail, but oh god, now we're at 70. Shit.
Brian says Monday morning medication is good stuff.
Thank you, Brian.
It's a fun show. It's
We-
just on the regular Unsung Dreamers podcast. We're just doing it every Monday. And then our interviews are dropping on Friday. Speaking of which, did you enjoy the John Dillon interview? I mean, we had so much. I don't know which one it is.
Well, there it is.
There it is. We had so much fun doing it. We also had so much fun rooting into it. But in addition to that, that freaking episode, that interview, we're trying to change our language from interview to conversation, because we really just have conversations with these people. It's not kind of like a 60-minute interview or anything like that. But anyway, the talk that we had with Michael Soup Granda, holy shit.
Yeah.
It was so much fun, and the bulk of it is only available to patrons. And if you're not a patron yet, it's worth $5 a month just to listen to that talk we had with Michael Soup. He had some hilarious stories about cover bands from the late 60s in Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah.
And we shared so much like
Commonality
in our attitudes towards cover bands, and it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And we talked about tons of other things as well. Yeah, did they have TV back then? That was
actually
the TV joke happened in the John Dillon interview.
That's funny.
Amy O from Just One More, she kind of walked into a situation where she was asking John if there was TVs back then when he was younger.
And then you did it to Soup.
I did that on purpose.
I know, it was great.
I did it to Soup on purpose
Soup
because
didn't
it
know
was a reflection. No, Soup was not in on the inside
but he
joke
laughed
at all.
He totally giggled.
But there's a moment when Amy O asks John Dillon if there was TVs back when he was younger, and oh my God, it was awesome.
All right, Doug. Bye. I don't know
We'll see you, Doug.
I don't know anything about snail mail these days, but you'll get your CDs. Very soon.
It's getting mailed tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
I guarantee it. And so, yeah, when I was talking to Soup, I sort of brought the joke up so that the two would kind of work together. And I told Soup that when he was in a band in Springfield in the 60s, that was back before there was TVs. But anyway,
that's funny.
So yeah, I don't know if you've got any thoughts on it. It was a ton of fun. I know that it was basically just an audio release of a live video we did a couple of years ago, but we really put a lot of work into tightening it up and kind of bringing in some new fun elements to it. And some of the breaks that we had were so relevant and so fun. And it's just a lot different being able to just sit and listen to it as an audio instead of trying to follow along with a live interview. So we're not trying to fool you there. We know it was already out at one time, but yep. John Dillon's got some perspective on music, writing music, performing music, and living for the muse of music that was so powerful. I actually have listened to it myself 2 or 3 times since its release. Even though I was the one that sat and edited the whole thing, I still listened to it, linearly, I guess. And it's so inspiring.
Yeah.
It's so good. So we really, really hope you guys got a lot out of that. And the patron footage with Soup was just fantastic. So tomorrow we got a whole nother one that is just completely different. Mm-hmm. A totally different kind of story, a totally different kind of musician, a rocker.
Yeah.
Monty Colvin drops tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Boom.
And this banner, just in case some of you haven't connected the dots, but that's actually a self-portrait that Monty painted, and we use that as his banner.
It's currently up on
artwork.
our page.
It's currently up on our page. A lot of you probably have already seen it, but fantastic self-portrait. I loved it. And
yep.
So his artwork is really cool. And
we just posted a bunch of pictures that he did at one of the Schools of Rock up in Lee Summit that Julia Cobb sent us. He's got all kinds of good art at montycolvinart.com if you want to check that out. And he's got some for sale. He will also be commissioned for a painting of your uncle or your aunt or your dad or your brother or your sister or whatever. He'll do whatever. It's
we got to do that actually. We need to have him.
I would love it.
Do a painting of us.
Get a nice photo of us and send it to him. That'd be freaking great.
No, I'd rather him do a painting of me and Shania.
I thought it was Marie Osmond.
Well, it's Shania right now.
Oh, right now.
It might be Marie in 10 minutes.
Yeah. That's right, Stephanie. That's right. Shout out to Nathan Bryce for his amazing new release of a song he spoke about in his interview. In his interview, it was just a thought back at the time. So
could
amazing.
You slow down and read correctly?
I will disclaim.
A shout out to Nathan Bryce for his new release of a song he spoke about in his interview. It was just a thought back at that time. So amazing.
But I have to speak quickly because you will interrupt me.
No.
See, you just did it.
You're so full of it.
Unbelievable.
But yes.
That brings me to our new segment.
Absolutely.
That brings me to our new segment.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, see, I can't even do my new segment.
Okay, if you want to do your new segment. Anyway, Monty Colvin drops tomorrow, and it's a super fun interview. And to the
You're right.
patrons, the patrons actually get
early access. They can hear it right now.
Who interrupts who? That's not what I was going to say.
Okay.
Tomorrow, patrons get another little nugget, which is like 40 more minutes of us talking with Monty. He talks about how he gets his bass sound, and we talk about some of those other fun things like his embarrassing moments and stuff like that. To patrons tomorrow, they drop at the same time. So Hope you guys enjoy that interview. I created an intro to the interview that is hilarious, so I can't wait for you to hear it.
He's been doing so good with the editing lately. It's so freaking good.
Anyway, go ahead and say what you were going to say.
I was just going to say this right here. Look at Shell. I prefer Tara Lynn Fritz reading.
Of course, Shell does.
Thank you.
Because she's Team Tara.
Hashtag Team Tara. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Team T. That's right.
All right. Talk about your new segment.
So my new segment is just a tiny little segment that I decided that I need to do at every show.
You did artwork?
I did artwork.
When did you do artwork?
While you were napping.
Oh my gosh.
I will tell you this.
I was just getting ready to give you shit. Like you need like a graphic.
I know.
Okay, so.
Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Tara Uninterrupted. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I'd like to take this 1 minute to say, ladies, this goes for you. Stop flushing your tampons and shit down the toilets. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Everywhere I go, there's a sign that says, please don't flush your shit down the toilet. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. There's a toilet out of service in one of my favorite places we go because of tampons being flushed down the toilet. Just stop it. Okay? There's a trash can right there. All right, this has been Tara Uninterrupted. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Oh, shit.
So,
Oh.
oops. That's our new segment, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Please drive through.
So anyway, I guess we can kind of think about start winding down and wrapping up this Super Bowl. The Super Bowl will be under our belts by the time we talk to you next.
By the time we see you for Monday morning medication, audioly, or by the time we see you next Thursday, this Super Bowl will be decided.
Yeah, it will be. And I also don't mind to just go ahead and let you know on our Thursday night live shows who our next guest is going to be. So you got Monty Colvin coming at you tomorrow. And we shall go ahead and tell you who to look forward to next week. Do you have...
I don't have artwork ready.
Do you have artwork for that? No?
No. I can grab
it doesn't matter. You don't need to see the artwork. Coming up next week on the Unsung Dreamers podcast is, as far as I'm concerned, the one and only Mr. Gary Bedell.
Gary Bedell.
I've known Gary Bedell for almost, well, pretty much damn 30 years now.
Pretty close to 30.
And we had the most wonderful sit-down conversation with him, and his patron audio.
Yes. His patron audio
absolutely
is crazy.
Unbelievable. It is unbelievably good. Yeah, Julia Cobb. We've been watching this. She's moving into a new house.
She's been showing those videos and stuff.
I guess that's happening this weekend. And so that's awesome. Dave wants to know if it's Gary Monster. And yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Gary
Dave.
Monster Bedell.
That is right.
Wait until you hear some of the stuff we talk about in our Patreon audio that we're going to have available. But even just the interview itself was our stomachs were hurting from laughing. Yeah. It was so good.
He's a good guy.
And Gary's campaign, as you guys have been noticing, we've been trying to throw out things all week long in support of the interview that is coming out. We hope you've enjoyed these things. We're not really getting tons of likes, but I don't really do things for likes, but I hope you're at least seeing them. We've got the artwork of Monty Colvin's. We've got we shared his podcast. We shared his brand new podcast episode that just actually came out this week. And you never did post the one picture.
Which one?
You're going to have to get on and do that like now.
Which one?
Like as soon as we get done with this show.
Okay,
there's still one more great photo of Monty when he was told by a Christian record label that he has to dress safer. Yep. And so he took the money and bought this outfit that Tara will post a picture of here in the next 20 minutes. That'll be our last social media post for Monty Colvin before his interview hits tomorrow at 8 in the morning. And we've loved doing these like week long, like every day. We try to just show you a little bit something more about the person that you're going to hear about on the Friday morning. So next week is going to be our campaign for Gary Bedell. And it's going to be a shit ton of fun. And it was a really electric and fun and awesome interview. Gary and I talk about our times writing music together when we were in the Turn. For those of you, Dave Plemons, I'm sure knows who I'm talking about. And a lot of fun, interesting things that we got into with him, which was, I loved it. Here's the thing. Tara and I have been working very, very hard the last 3 or 4 weeks and trying to understand why we're doing it. You know, we've been criticized, actually. I mean, I guess I would call it constructively criticized,
but yes,
constructively criticized about what we're doing. Like, nobody's going to care. And why do you do this? And I want to try to re-explain after 2.5 years of doing it now. The one thing that her and I have gone over, we've hashed over it again and again and again in the last 5 weeks, is that there is something that has happened to us personally to get to know these other human beings. At this point, it really doesn't even matter if they're a musician. It certainly doesn't matter that they're a local musician. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter if they're already a friend or if they're a complete stranger. We started Monty Colvin's interview off as complete strangers. By the time it was over with, which is audio that is not even on the interview, I edited it all out. We were invited to his place. I'll grab a futon. You can sleep on the floor. We'll hang out and go have dinner. I would love for you guys to come up and hang out with me. And that's how the interview ended.
Yeah.
What's happening is there's an enrichment that happens in Tara and I's soul that does not come from memes off of Facebook. It does not come from something you can say and post over here while you go live a completely different life. 9 times out of 10, you're living like an asshole and you're actually posting on Facebook like you're an awesome person. And I don't have any more time for people like that. Doesn't matter to me what political side you're on. Doesn't matter to me what religion you are. Doesn't matter to me what gender you are or what race. I don't really give a shit. If you're a fucking asshole over here and you post shit on Facebook like you're so amazing, we are actually doing it. We are sitting down with real people and getting to know them and asking those questions, and some of the inspiration that's coming out of the mouths of people that are normal. You know what Tara and I did years before we ever decided to start this podcast? We created these closets in the studio that you can't see on the camera right now. Someday we'll show you maybe. And there's doors on the fronts of these closets, and we covered them in quotes. There's this cool picture of my son Bono, and then on that picture, which is kind of like a branding of Backbeat Studios, and then on the picture there's a quote. We don't have quotes from Eddie Vedder. We don't have quotes from Dave Grohl
or Abe Lincoln.
We don't have quotes from Abe Lincoln and Mark Twain and Maya Angelou. We don't have those kinds of quotes. Every quote on the doors of the closets of our studio are just people that we knew, people that were literally in our lives, normal people.
That said something to us that actually mattered enough to be on this.
That has mattered a lot.
There's 10 of them.
A lot.
At least. And there's many more, but there's 10.
The inspiration I get from my peers and my friends, and I don't care how famous they are, and I don't really care how much money they have or anything else, has enriched my heart and my soul so much that it has changed the way I live my life every day. This is why I'm able to not have road rage. This is why I don't bitch when my food is cold at a restaurant. Some girl double parked behind me at Come and Go the other day. I just go running in to grab a smokes. I come out and she's right on my back bumper. And I'm like, huh. So I cut the wheel, backed up 6 inch. I totally Austin Powers. Yeah, I did Austin Powers. I didn't yell and scream. I didn't stand by her car and wait for her to come out and be like, what do you fucking, you did goddamn fucking, you parked behind me, goddamn, you fucking, where do you think you goddamn are? I didn't do any of that. I just quietly got right in my van and I just did the Austin Powers, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, until I was able to get out. And right when I was driving away, she was walking to her car and getting in her car. And I'm just like, give her a wave. Hey, baby, no big deal. Because you don't really have to live so goddamn full of tension and so goddamn full of stress and so goddamn full of negativity when you're hanging around a bunch of fake fucks who will live like a motherfucker in real life and then post memes on Facebook like they're so amazing. I don't deal with it no more. That's why we do this. And that's why we like to get to know these people. And we hope the inspiration of that kind of time spent with another human being to find out why they think the way they think, why they believe the way they believe, and let them believe whatever they want and let them say whatever they want. We've had 2 or 3 people in the last couple of months that has walked out of here and just been like, I felt safe with you and Tara. I could tell you anything. And I'm like, you're right, you can, because you don't walk out of here any less of a person than when you walked in, no matter what you say to me, no matter what you say to
Even
us.
if it's off air on the porch.
Exactly. And so the Unsung Dreamers is really more about that than it is showcasing local musicians. Right. It's about connecting with human beings, which today's society is absolutely starving for connection, starving for honesty, starving for transparency. We are all sick and tired of the bullshit. And I'll tell you how to cut through the bullshit, because it's not with a meme. It's by actually talking to another human being and letting them have their voice, because they've got a story. We've got stories. You've got stories. And if you think that there's something else this world has to offer, I'm really sorry to break it to you, but you're wrong, because there's not. It's the connection that we have with each other, which is exactly what Unsung Dreamers has always been about. It just took us a minute to understand this is actually why we do it. So we hope you guys enjoy them. We hope you guys listen to them, and to sit down with one of our conversations with someone and not care at all when it starts. You hear the first couple of minutes and you're like, I don't care. And at the end of 2 hours, you're going to be like, what a cool guy. What a cool girl. I never thought of it that way. Mm-hmm. And that's someone that's right here with you on your level, which is why we are the Unsung Dreamers, the musical journeys of the not so rich and famous. What were you going to say?
I was just going to add that human connection is also why we do this show every week. We thought about stopping it, and we kind of said it privately to a few people, and they were like, no, I need you every Thursday. And we didn't realize that it mattered. And then in the last few weeks, this has come about, that we are just like, we have to do this because we love it. We love reaching out, and we love seeing the comments. We love seeing you every week. So this live thing is totally different than our Monday morning medication or the interviews. It's just, it's an actual connection.
Preach, Tara.
Thank you, baby.
That's what we're getting.
We're getting.
You're right. It's the reason why we're even still doing Screamers, because we just love having all this fun. I just got wine from Brian Betancourt, for Christ's sake.
Yes, I know.
I got chocolate from David a couple weeks ago.
Yes, that's
I mean, because you guys, we're all like, we're becoming family, hopefully, and we're just all taking a break on a Thursday night to just have a laugh. It's always about the laugh, okay? Okay, I'm not serious.
Stephanie
sometimes
says, you truly make my week. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Dave says, we are the world. We are the children.
We
Absolutely.
are the children, and we are the world.
And having said that, we will see you next week. Please check out the episode, Monty Colvin's episode, that drops tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Patrons, you guys get extra stuff tomorrow.
And we'll see you right here next week.
And listen
next Thursday.
Monday morning medication, Monday morning.
And we'll also come at you Monday morning. Bye, guys.